Ahem. Testing, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. Wait, sorry. Last minute check. Okay. How is everybody? Hello, hello. How are you? Okay, it's finally 8 o'clock. All right. I have concerns. I have concerns. Everyone, can you check on Twitter? Is chaos? Is there chaos currently? I don't know. I'm assuming at 8 o'clock we should be able to get something. I don't know. But I see nothing. Oh, no. Still nothing, huh? Honestly hoping for either an 8 o'clock drop. Otherwise, that means we're probably gonna have to wait until it's like midnight. And I really don't want to do that. Unless they're planning to like just do this all quietly again. I don't know if that's in their best interest though. Anyway. Okay. I'm refreshing Twitter nonstop as well. Like literally right now as I'm talking to you guys. That is exactly what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Oh well, oh well. Oops. Okay. Hi! Hello, everyone! How's everyone doing? How are you? Okay. By the way, I turned off the ads. This, just for transparency, this stream is monetized, but I turned off the ads, so the ads will only run after the VOD is up. So, I realized that's what it means. So I'm just letting you all know, okay, for transparency. So yeah, in case this bothers you. Gosh, how's everyone, by the way? Everyone doing good? How is you? How are you doing? Oh my goodness. All right. Let me see. Okay. All right. I'm still constantly refreshing Twitter, guys. I'm waiting for something. I really hope something happens, but unfortunately, nothing is happening. I don't know, should we wait until 8:30? I'm just so anxious right now because guys, the 6.0 goes live tomorrow. And assuming so for me, server resets at 5 a.m. That means by either 9 a.m., sometimes earlier actually, but officially it's supposed to be 10 a.m. But sometimes at around 9 a.m., they start opening up the servers. I don't know how I feel. To be honest, if they just went with the whole thing without telling us, I feel like I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that, but I do think their whole silence is just because of the whole, you know, public sentiment. But yeah, there's a lot to go through. My goodness. Anyway, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Thanks for joining me. This is like a minor therapy session for me, just so you know. You're distracting me, not the other way around. Me comforting you? Since when? It's you comforting me. Now, go! Tell me comforting words, guys. Just tell me. Tell it to me straight. Just say he's gonna be there. Just say 6.0 will start as if nothing happened. Just do it. Just tell me. Oh gosh. No worries, kitty. But thanks for dropping by. I hope you enjoy the stables. Oh gosh. It's morning for you, Taylor? Good morning. Head pats? Okay, I accept the head pats. We're all comforting each other. It's great. Gosh, there's so many things that's happening. The whole Bilibili world cancellation. That was honestly a huge thing. That's only because apart from maybe securing the safety, securing the safety of their staff. Other than that, it's like financial overkill, honestly. There's going to be a lot of reimbursements. I'm pretty sure there are going to be some people who might be abusing the reimbursement thing. Like, there's so many ways to make it seem like a valid reimbursement, but the fact that they're open to actually covering up the cost that is lost, that says a lot. But I don't know. So there's that, and then there's the whole 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓀 event that got canceled as well. And then I didn't know, but apparently the World Underneath story also got sacked. Like, it's gone. Can you believe it's gone? I'm so glad I made a video on it. Jeez. Apparently now that's considered lost media, guys. Oh gosh, yeah. So that's gone. And I didn't know this, but they even switched up the whole Catch-22 outfit as well. Did you guys see all the differences? The numbers are gone. The some of the tattoos got blurry. I don't know. It's so sad. Your husband has been so concerned for you. Oh, he noticed you've been off and he knows everything that's going on. That is so cute. That is so adorable. Please give your husband a huge hug. Please. Your husband is very sweet, Nikomami's. Your husband is adorable. Don't let go of him. Latch on to him. Stick on him like glue. Tell him he a good one. Did I see the numbers? Yes, I did. I saw. And honestly, it's sad because that was such a good chapter of Isaiah. But I understand. I understand the damage control. Like I said, guys, I'll say it again just in case, because apparently people still don't get it. The main point of this whole boycott was not because we didn't care about the sensitive historical event. Of course we care. It's the fact that it's being used against them. That's the thing that I don't like. All right? I feel like I need to say that out loud, because apparently there are still people who think that we don't care about that. Diminishing or what is it? Minimizing or making their pain invalid, sorry. Makes no sense, guys. Makes no sense. If anything, they're invalidating the pain by using it against a company for a game, mind you. So, like, anyway. Oh, I need to cool down. I need to cool down. Emotions has been going high. You know, like for the past three days? No. Oh my god, it's been almost a week, guys. Can you believe it? It's been almost a week. But the past few days, I've been completely numb. Because, you know that feeling where you don't want to hope, because you know that if you hope and then you get disappointed, it's only gonna hurt more. You know? So I've been trying not to hope, but after the harmonious atmosphere I was feeling between the fandoms, I started to get hopeful. But now that it's nearing the 9th, I'm starting to feel numb again. Oh gosh. You play for comfort, but you were expecting to learn about politics. You weren't expecting. Yeah. That's the thing. Honestly, quality control team from Info, they need an update, honestly. They need extra eyes. Whilst I still think it's ridiculous that people use this against them, when they had no intention to. But the matter of the fact is that it's still there and it can be used against them. They should be making sure that the content that's put out cannot be used against them, if anything. So they really need an update, really. Your hubby has been watching the whole scandal with fascination? You're sure he'd be worried if he thought you were super upset, but you're more annoyed. Aww, Tear, at least you have someone who's supportive. My friends are also quite supportive. My best friend, her entire reaction to this whole thing is like, what? Just thinking about it is funny. Because I was like a shell of myself. I was just like, yeah, and then this happened. And but then she was like, what? She was so animated. It was so funny. You're not getting your hope up because it truly breaks your heart. You were saving for the 6LI for a long time. I'm sorry, sweet dreams. It sucks that this happened. But, yeah. By the way, guys, I'm gonna start a Q&A session. And this Q&A session is gonna be a bit more, I guess, streamlined, because we are going to have an actual app to help us with the whole Q&A. So if you have a question that you're not sure about regarding this whole situation, you can ask me in the chat. But in order to do that, you need to type !ask and then type your question. All right, let me just move to that side 1 second. Alright, so this is the whole Q&A section. If you have questions, feel free. But you have to do !ask, and then type in your questions. I'm gonna give it maybe like 2 minutes. Now, of course, guys, if I see the question is rude or not relevant, I'm either just gonna skip over it or I will have to ban you from the stream indefinitely. So let's be respectful, guys, okay? I am not in the mood to be nice, unfortunately. So if you want to face my wrath, as they say. But yeah, just Q&A time. Feel free. Just type down any question. Like, for example, just !ask and then type your question like this. Like that. And then the question should be there. As you can see, there is a number 1 already added. That means there is 1 question there that's been asked. It should be, by the way, !ask together and then put in the question. So right now I have 2 questions lined up. So while I wait for the questions to pop up, I'm just gonna yap, okay? Your girl needs to yap. Your girl's nervous. Wait, I feel so tiny. I feel tiny. I feel tiny. I'm big again. I'm tiny in real life, guys. This is the only time I can feel big. I want to be huge. My gosh. I don't know. I feel like I'm very unlucky as a fan. Like, this is a little unrelated, okay? I'm gonna yap while I wait for your questions. I see there's 3, all right? So we have 3 questions. I'll give it maybe 2 minutes to see for more questions. But like, what did I want to say? I feel unlucky as a fan because in the fandoms that I've been passionate over, there's only ever been 2 fandoms, actually. The first one is the BTS fandom, because I'm part of the ARMY. And the second fandom I've ever been so passionate about is the lads fandom. Like, these were the only 2 things as a fan that I've ever been so passionate over. Like, it's kind of silly. And it's funny because I'm experiencing the same thing that's happened to BTS that ended up happening to Infold. Except I don't really think Infold is 100% innocent. In the end, I feel like as long as if they knew how to communicate with their fans, it wouldn't have been this bad, if you ask me. Of course, it only got worse when fans escalated, so I'll admit to that. But anyway, oh wow, 13 questions, damn! 13! Yes, we are here to commiserate, Vicarious. That's exactly what we're doing. Lads is here to help you, to let you think you deserve to love, and you need to love yourself, and congratulations. I do think, here's the thing. There has been a whole discussion about what counts as being parasocial, because someone did make a point, like at this point we're all at least a little bit parasocial, and I can't really deny that because I do care deeply about these characters in a game. But then to be fair, I think it's also because I very much enjoy stories and I do get emotionally invested in characters. But I think the main point that a lot of people are missing is not that we're angry because of Valko himself. And this is the problem that I feel like people need to get in their heads. Right now, the concern is the freedom of creation. I relied on this company to provide me a story, and I am getting immersed in it. I'm enjoying the story. Right now, the freedom of that creation, you know, freedom of creativity, is in danger. And that is what we're fighting for right now. But yeah, like they said, the only reason why we're all this angry is because we're all kind of a little parasocial. And I can't fully deny that. But at the same time, like if you see why these crazy people were angry versus why we're angry, I feel like you can't really compare it because we're not hurting anybody. At least I hope we're not. Guys, you're not out there spewing death threats and crazy stuff to fight people, right? Right? You're not, right? As long as all you're doing is trying to support the freedom of creation, then I don't think we're hurting anybody, honestly. It's really... I don't know. That's why. There's a sizable part of the fans who treat the game like it's a K-pop group. Yes! Yes! Like, here's the thing. If you only like one love interest, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's because of the K-pop fandom exposure that I've been in. Like, I've been in the K-pop fandom for over 10 years, guys. And every time when they say, I'm a 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓀 solo, I'm a insert love interest name here, solo. Every time I hear the word solo, I get triggered. Like, to me, the word solo is attached with very negative connotations. So, that's why I prefer people saying, like, I'm a Xavier main, things like that. But when they say solo, I get triggered. Of course, I'm not saying you shouldn't say you're a solo, but I just can't help but feel kind of itchy and like, ugh. You know, it's almost like an allergic reaction. Like, ugh. I'm like, oh, wait, I need to, like, stop myself and then say, hey, wait a minute. This is Love and Deepspace. This isn't K-pop. Solo probably means something entirely different, so it's okay. I have to stop myself. But yeah, I cannot help this allergic reaction. I had like an actual physical reaction when people say I'm a Raphael solo. I'm like, please don't say so. But that's my problem, guys. That's my problem. What I'm not going to do is force you or police how you should express yourself. So that's one thing, okay? That's why I'm different. I'm sorry, just kidding. Okay, we got 23 questions. Damn. Okay, all right. Wait a second. That is a lot of questions, guys. That is a lot of questions. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put a lock, so from now on, I won't be receiving any more questions. Oh, wait, 1 second. How do I do this? Right, of course, this is also my first time. Yeah. Lock. Okay, I think I locked it. I locked it. I'm pretty sure I locked it. Okay, I locked it. Alright, before we go through the question, let's just take one last look at Twitter. Just checking, guys, just checking. Guys, if you see any updates, please tell me. Spam the chat. I don't care. Just tell me, okay? Right now, I see nothing. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go through our questions then. This first question. Wait, it's not showing. Have you been to Bilibili World? What is it like? I've never been to Bilibili World. I've only seen videos. I honestly felt like I would be going this time. I really did. I had plans to go. It did coincide with my holiday, so I really thought about going. But because of this whole situation, I ended up not going. I didn't buy a ticket, though. I didn't buy a ticket. I didn't have time, so unfortunately, I couldn't go. But I could tell you that it's beautiful, at least from what I saw last year. I really regretted not going. They go all out on the decorations. It kind of feels like Anime Expo, except for me at least, I felt like it was filled with all the titles and games that I actually really enjoy. So I would prefer to go to Bilibili World over Anacon. But yeah, unfortunately I couldn't go, and unfortunately I didn't go. But if I could go next year, I definitely would. It's just that depending on how this game ends, I don't know. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, honestly, would it have been worth it to go to Bilibili World? It would have been. It would have been, because their decorations are out of this world. It's crazy. I really wish I could have gone. Anyway, thank you for the question. Moving on to the next one. Yeah, we missed the chance to get another vlog, is it? Oh, wait, that's me. Sorry. That's me. That is my question. Wow, you guys are fast. How likely do you think it is that Valko will come back in this update or in the future? Oh my gosh. That is such a loaded question. Boba, why would you ask me this question? Boba! This is so difficult! Look, there are two ways this could go down. One, the reason why I think Infold is very silent is they've probably lawyered up, okay? The whole reason why the chairman, I forgot, was it the chairman or the CEO of Infold went to talk with the government was just so they could provide papers to show that they did not in any way plan to make the story related to an old war crime that caused great devastation to their country, of course. So of course they had to provide that. That's all that the government cares about. They will want to see that, okay, you didn't, then go ahead. I do not think that they would tell Infold what to do. So what is happening right now is if the government proved that Infold is, what's the word, innocent in this case, which I do think they did. They probably found Infold innocent. I forgot if I don't think they officially stated it, but it seems to be like it is because of how the news is reporting everything. But right now, their actions are all based on what the lawyers are probably telling them, and their silence kind of proves it. Kind of. Remember, this is all alleged. Yes, alleged. Yes, exactly. Allegedly. Allegedly. So if it's because of this that Infold cannot say anything, the chances of them releasing the story without telling the players is quite high, especially because of all the legal loopholes that they go through. Some people pointed out the lack of a legal stamp. Why did they put it in the first one and not in the second one? And the trademark and the copyright marks, they're all not there. It's possible. However, it does look very bad on them as a company to go back on their word a day after they released a statement. So right now, Infold has to juggle with it between damage control to release him and make sure they gain back the revenue that they're losing every day that passes, or they've already released, or they release the story first probably as is, and they have to decide whether finally, but because, you know, I do think that they are gauging what the public is saying, and depending on how they view the public's feelings on Valko and the game itself, they would either just not release him as a companion and just continue the story as is. Because there are some very interesting points that are made, because if the World Underneath story got scrapped, why didn't the other chapters that hinted Valko's release, like the one that mentioned the 𝓮𝓲𝓮𝓻, that could have been taken away? That means 𝓮𝓲𝓮𝓻 is still going to be a major plot line or a major character that's going to play. So they probably just need time. That's it. And all we can do is wait, unfortunately. So possibility for me is 50-50, really. I think it's because I'm too scared to say, yeah, he's coming back. But is it impossible? It's not. It's not impossible, is all I can say. I'm sorry if that doesn't answer your question, Boba, but it's not impossible. Okay, let's see what's next on the question board. You got a reply from the Taiwan lads team twice, and both times it read as really finalized. So you're using a translator, maybe is lost to that. Well, because they can't exactly go against what was stated, so they're going to have to say finalized. If they release the statement saying that he's cancelled, everything they say after has to coincide with that release. So they will have to say, yeah, it's been finalized, but still, we'll still see. We'll still see. Okay, this one is a question by Ambivert. Is there any news where you are about how deeply involved are the higher-ups with the situation? There are none. Everything right now is pure speculation. You're talking about the Water Army, right? The online defamatory bots that got unleashed spreading company slander. Whilst the police did release an article to show their involvement, they did not name any names. So we can't really say anything. Everything is just pure speculation. Because if you think about the timing, right? If you think about the timing, you can tell that, especially since afterwards they did say an investigation was being done on the source of where all the slander is coming from. And then also you have these people claiming that they've been arrested because of the online defamatory comments and posts. So you can assume, like, it seems very likely that they are talking about the little team online that's been unleashed to slander the company. But did they find out who? Did they name names? They did not. And to be honest, if we're thinking about who is the most likely to benefit from this, it's a very huge company, a really huge company. Okay, if you follow the clues, you'll figure out who it is. But for me, for my own safety, and because I don't want to get sued, I'm not gonna name names, guys. I'm not gonna name names. You just have to, like, figure it out. But this company, well, the backer is huge. The company, but because the backer has a lot to gain if Lads does, you know, go end of service, then you can see that they probably have some money and have some hold on whatever. That's the only reason why this current news article that's been going around. Have you guys seen it? If you haven't, good. If you did, it really pissed me off. Honestly, ruined my afternoon. It was so annoying. I saw it after eating lunch and I was like, ugh, so annoying. There's this one about promoting again, questioning if the game is promoting against female safety because of an intruder coming into MC, like romanticizing the intrusion of a love interest into a single woman's house. Like, I've seen this kind of tactics before as an army. Okay, this is all media play. Because what happened is the player sentiment has shifted completely. the ones that were complaining are now getting quieter, and the ones that are fighting for Valko is becoming louder, right? They saw that being quiet is not going to do them any favors, so now they're a lot louder. If they cannot use the player sentiment to fight against 𝓏𝓏, then what they're going to do is trying to get public sentiment to fight against 𝓏𝓏. What that article is trying to do right now, allegedly, in my opinion, what I think, this is just an opinion, is trying to stir up the public into saying, what? My daughter is playing this? This is promoting this and that? Oh my gosh! And then start this whole public outcry and hoping for the downfall of the game. So they failed the first time. Now they're trying to get the other side, the public. This is also what happened to that other game. Crap! I forgot the name of the game. Snow something. The one, the really gooner one. The one that got censored. The super goonish one. Snow something? You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Like, what happened is a lot of normies, okay? A lot of normies who didn't know anything about the game saw the boobage, the bounciness, the crotch shots, the tights that outlines the coochie, all of that. They saw that and they got annoyed, okay? So of course there will be a public outcry. I don't really know why. Oh yeah, Snowbreak. Thank you. I don't know why Snowbreak fandom thinks that it was the lads fandom that targeted them, but then again, it's possible, maybe. I know for sure that a lot of people on this side did not even know this game exists, to be honest. But to be honest, I don't know. I don't know why they think that we did it, but there could be one or two, or maybe even a few, and then they just assume that the entire fandom did it. But basically, that is what happened to Snowbreak. So they're trying to do the same thing right now by getting the normies, the people who are not used to playing video games or don't know anything about video games, to see this, get outraged, and complain. That's what's happening. Because now the fandom that is complaining has died down. They're going to try and rile up the other side, which is the public sentiment. So that's why this is up. Because the thing about that article is that they aren't exactly lying about anything, but it is 100% misleading. They picked the perfect shots that only had the words that could be misleading and make you think that's what Valko is doing by intruding into her own space. But if you were a player, you would know that this was a scene from their bond. And the bond means the two of them have already some sort of rapport. They know each other. And even Valko says like, oh, we're in a I admit that you're mine type of situation. Like, even Valko says that. Unless you're a player, you would not be able to figure that out. That's why they're using parts of that PV to try and incite public outcry. And that's what they're doing. Whether or not it works, though, is another thing. I can't really tell you. I feel like unless they show extremely scandalous screenshots from the game itself, I don't think the public is going to say much. I think? I don't know. I just felt like for Snowbreak, it's because there was a lot of imagery. Like, you search up one trailer and you're already like, is this allowed? How did this pass censorship? It's like, okay. But you know what? Okay, fine. Goon away, guys. Like, goon away. I don't know the story, so I can't say anything about the game, but visually, it's already very scandalous. But for Love and Deepspace, unless they find heavy breathing scandalous, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. But so far, that's what they're showing, so I feel like it might not be successful. Anyway, I'm spending too much time on this one question. I'm sorry. Let me just move on. Did I see the Infold office party rave that happened on July 6th? What do you think? And we have a main story update. So do you think he will be an NPC or LI? Thanks, Cherry. I did not see the Infold office party. Could you send me a link on the 6th? How would you know it's an office party? How would you know it's a rave? Did anyone say anything? But anyway, I don't really know what an office party would mean. Honestly, even if they had an office party, it would be very insensitive. But is that illegal? Is it promoting hate? Is it promoting violence? I don't think so. It's very possible they had an employee birthday party. You wouldn't know. Anyway, unless you're talking about the Hal Moon party, is that it? I don't know. But yeah, unless they actually mentioned a party, I really doubt that. We have a main story update, so do you think he will be an NPC or LI? I would like for him to be an LI, but right now, I don't know. I don't know. I would like for him to be an LI, but to be very honest, if they do release him as just some sort of NPC, I don't think I can play this game anymore in good faith. That's why I'm trying to put my hopes down. Because if my hope is really like high up, I'm gonna get mad. I don't want that to affect how I feel about Raphael and Silas. Right now, my feelings for the love interest and the story is very positive. But if they're going to release Valko as an NPC, then I think I'm gonna have to walk away from the game. You know, whilst I still think about the game favorably. Otherwise, I just don't see it. I just don't think I can play anymore. But yeah. That's what I feel, at least. It looked like a disco from the LED light. They were changing some lights. You hope the devs for celebrating Valko's return. That would be nice. I would like that. Do you think Valko will be in the game? Everyone's asking me the same question. I want him to, guys. Like, let me just say, I don't want to hope. I don't want to hope. That's why right now I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50, man. I don't know. It's a gacha system, all right? If I reach pity, will it be a jump scare or will I get what I want? I don't know. Damn. Oh, gosh. I do want him to be there tomorrow, though. Especially since the game update... I will say, if the game update is really heavy, it's very possible that they put his data, like the model, the animation, inside the game, but they will not unlock the ability to pull for him or use him as a companion. That is also possible. But I would have to data mine in order to really figure it out. So, like, I don't know. I know, right now it's like in real life gacha system right now. You can't find the post? Oh, that's okay, Cherry. But yeah, if anyone can find the post, can you like put it on the communities tab? You can share links there. So let me know. Let me know, because I would like to know as well. By the way, for those of you who are trying to ask a question, I've locked it, so I'm not accepting any questions yet. Let me just go through this first. What are you thinking about lads insulting China by using 731? Like I said, if we believe that Infold used the 731 situation intentionally, then that means you really think Infold is an evil company. They earn so much money. They had a vision. They were topping the charts for all the amongst the gacha games. Do you really think they'll be stupid enough to piss off the CCP and lose all of that? Where's the common sense in that? What was the point of making this game? Make money. What will they gain from pissing off the CCP? So I find that sentiment really questionable. Why would you say, yeah, they put it in there on purpose to entertain and romanticize the entire situation? I'm like, you know, this is a Chinese game, right? They have to follow Chinese law. They know about national security law. You really think they would do that intentionally? That is the most dumbest thing I've ever heard, honestly. Like, why would you sabotage yourself like that? I really think because the company is not as big as we like to think, they have some gaps in their management. That for sure. At least what this shows is they have gaps in their quality control management. They need to increase eyes on the quality that they put out. But did they do that on purpose? Absolutely not. That is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But thank you for your question. Okay, next one. They had a different intention, but you don't know what is. I'm gonna have to go with what Infold says. I'm pretty sure they probably just randomly generated numbers for it to look like files. But even if they did have an intention for it, I don't know what it is. And if they did have an intention for that number, it would not be related to that war crime. It would not. Because that is just the dumbest thing anyone can do. I'd like to think they would have some common sense to keep their company afloat, so. Posted the link to the party video in the communities tab. Okay, I'll take a look at it in a bit. Let me just go through this quickly. Will you be participating in the blackout tomorrow? I feel like I have no choice. I am working. There is a talk about the boycott, saying that tomorrow blackout, that means no one posts anything, no one logs in. I think not posting about it feels almost like a trap. I think don't stop talking about Valko, but of course guys, be careful where you post it, you know, just post it on official lads posts and make your own posts on Twitter, on Instagram, to show that you are a real person voicing your own concerns. Do that. But not posting is questionable to me. Not logging into the game is up to you. That is completely up to you. Whether I'll be doing it, I mean, I haven't logged in the game today. I don't know if I'll be able to log in the game tomorrow. I have adulting life, so maybe I'll wait for what people say. If they find Valko in the main story, then I'll probably stream it. But otherwise, I don't know. That was an honest mistake on their part. It was 0713, not even 731. I don't know. I have to look back at the numbers completely to see. Oh, you mean it was 0731 and not just 731? Yeah. Like I told you, they will just find anything in order to raise it up to the government in order to get them to shut down. That's it. And that is what pisses me off. You're willing to use such a horrible time in history. A horrible time in history, by the way. Like if you read up on it, it's so gross and gory. It's just not for the faint of heart. So if you guys want to look it up, I'm just gonna say be careful. If you're queasy, you might want to read it when you're in a better mind space. I don't know, but it is a very sick thing. But yeah, I feel like if you're using such a horrible historical moment just to get a game down, I think the issue is this person and not the rest of the players who want the game to keep going. Alright, next question. I'm going through these very slowly. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Do you think Valko was the last currently planned love interest? I think so. But I could be wrong. There is one thing that I feel like not a lot of people talk about. It's actually not common for a game to drop a love interest in the middle of the game. It's really not common. If anything, it's frowned upon. When Chinese, by the way, this is just for Chinese otome games, okay? Not for the Japanese otome games out there. For the Chinese otome games, it is very uncommon and looked down upon when a new love interest is introduced whilst the game is already released. In fact, when a game is about to release, they would have already announced all the love interests in the game. So that's one of the things why there was such a huge pushback for the Chinese side, because culturally in the game, like game culture, it's just unheard of. It's considered an intrusion. They will feel like this person that dropped in the game is like a stranger. It's a culture thing. I get it. It's culture, but I don't agree with it. That's all I can say. So Infold knows this. They know this. They've had first-hand experience by dropping Shaw in the middle with their first game, MLQC, with their first game. I don't know why they didn't use that moment as a learning moment. They could have released like a little, I guess, a little announcement, but personally, I think it's because they wanted the surprise. It's really like hard to say, because remember, all these other Chinese games, they did not release globally at first, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. They did not release globally. Love and Deepspace released globally at the very beginning during launch. So I think what they're trying to do is make sure that they are appeasing both the Chinese and the English, the Western market. And maybe it's because they were marketing this game with both sides of the fandom in mind. Maybe they thought not announcing the new love interest would be okay. Maybe. But the problem is, it still pissed off a lot of people. It still pissed off a lot of people. I think for the safety of the game, they should have said it. But for me as a player, I like that I'm not being spoiled by the game. To me, that drop was successful. It created so much hype. The otome game players who do not play a lot of Chinese otome games loved it entirely, which is why I can understand the sentiment when the Chinese players are saying like, oh, you're ignoring your Chinese player base and you're trying to appease to the Western base. I get that. I know why they say that. But at the same time, I feel like they are not seeing all the privilege they have. They have the bot interaction, you know, the discussion, the one-on-one conversation that Global does not have. They have access to customer service a lot better than Global. It's like they have a lot more privilege than the Global side already in general. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like it's one of those things where because there's a bit of a culture clash in gaming culture, that's why it ended up this way. Would there have been a solution? I don't know. I'm not one to... I can't think of one, unfortunately. But yeah. They did manage to make him successful on the Western side, but on the Chinese side, I can understand why there was a sense of betrayal, if you think about the culture. But at the same time, I'm too angry to care at the moment. I'm too angry to care. It's also an interesting dichotomy that where Chinese seem to not expect a 6Li. Like, that's true. Here's the thing. It's not that the Chinese side does not have anyone that talks about the lore entirely. But you know how we have Angel's Corner? She really deep dives like into the lore fully as a story. But on the Chinese side, a lot of them do not play the game by like a story. They just care about the love interest that they are invested in. They only care about the interactions with the love interest that they're invested in. It seems like they're still interested in the story, but only if the main story involves their love interest. If it doesn't, then they don't care. So that part is a bit of a disconnect. And yeah, does that mean it's a failure? Look, there are other Chinese games, otome games out there that are still going strong. Who is it? There are quite a few. Like Light and Night, for example, they've been going on for what, 7 years? No new love interest. They still keep the same story system, and it's fine. But like, as you can see, because of what Infold is trying to aim for, a global success, and that's why they are on top of the gacha revenue system ranking, sorry. That's why they're up there. And honestly, if these games, especially these Chinese games, these companies, they want to start entering the global market, if they care about making noise in the global market, this gaming culture that they have cultivated in China is only going to be a detriment on their side. But yeah. They're gonna have to think like, do I have to sacrifice my Chinese fan base in order to make it more successful? But yeah, it's not like Lads is successful without the Chinese side. They still need them. So there's that balance that's hard to figure out. But I do think if they try to cater too much on this culture, it will be more of a detriment than an advantage. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. The hyper focus on one LI is odd to you? Well, I mean, some people have their tastes, right? If they want to focus on one love interest, that's fine. But it's just like, why do you gotta bother other people, right? Why ruin it for other people? How big do you think the effect of the situation will actually be on the other LI's content? Do I think the other LIs will be like gone? Not necessarily, no. But there might be some missing content. And honestly, I feel like you'll only notice it if you pay attention to the story as a whole. I don't know. Just remember, the team works together as a big team in order to flesh out 6 different characters and have their character stories entwined into one. So, to me, I feel like the writers are quite good, but this is actually interesting. Did you know that the Chinese community actually do not think 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓲𝓵 has good writing? They actually don't think 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓲𝓵's writing is good. But personally, I think it's quite good. Like, even when I try to compare other stories, I still feel like 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓲𝓵 is quite up there. But anyway, I do think the team, if they have to write a separate story, they will try their best. Maybe they're resentful, but you know, they will still try their best for the sake of the game as a whole to try and make the story still nice without feeling the absence of Valko. But the problem is, he's not even released yet, and we already feel his absence. So that's something they're gonna have to battle. And if they want the game to, you know, grow without Valko, they're gonna have to rely on newcomers. They're gonna have to rely on new gamers who come into the game without knowing the history. The day it happened. Yeah, I know, they really do not think the story is nice. The story is the best part of the game, I agree. But I mean, I'm hearing this from players who have played a lot of the other Chinese otome games. I mean, I've only played Light and Night. I barely reached like 2 chapters and I got bored. I played Tears of Themis. I played it for a bit, but I don't know why I just lost interest immediately. I've played... what was the other one? Was it Love Brush Chronicle? I don't think so. I don't think I played that. Yeah, I don't play a lot of Chinese otome games. I play a lot of Japanese otome games, not the Chinese ones. I only played like 1 or 2. But for those that did, they would say that the writing for Lads is actually not that great. So, I don't know. Again, it's all about taste, guys. It's all about taste. But yeah, I do think that Valko's absence can affect the story of the other LIs, but I also can believe that the writers will write it to a point where you do not feel his absence. But I also feel like they will fail because they did not expect how much we care about this character just by watching a 3-minute PV. Yeah, so that's one thing. I feel like I'm not answering anyone's questions indefinitely though, but I'm glad to see everyone's thoughts. So, next question. This is your first otome game. Ah, Melissa. Oh, Melissa, if this is your first otome game, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be hard playing others. You got spoiled by the 3D. You got spoiled. You were wondering, has there ever been a company that canceled an LI? Yeah, Infold. Infold. They're old! Love and Deepspace is their second otome game. The first one is Mr. Love's Queen Choice, MLQC. They had another love interest, Shaw. They didn't cancel him entirely, but he became like a special encounter where some banners he would be included, but most of the banners he's not included, you know? So yes, Infold is making history yet again. I'm laughing because of the pain, just so you know. I'm trying to laugh through the pain, guys. Wait, 1 second. Nothing from Infold, really. Okay, since they're not dropping anything, I'm pretty sure it should be like midnight. But if they don't post anything, guys, I really doubt Valko's gonna be in the story. Really doubt it. I'm so scared now. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so sad. Did I see the alleged article from Ministry of Public Security? Is it legit though? Some say it's fake. I did. Are you talking about the one promoting romanticizing female danger, that one? Hi, Mira. Yeah, exactly. If we don't laugh, we'll cry. That's exactly why I'm crying. Wait, no, that's exactly why I'm laughing. See, even my true voice just comes out immediately. Anyway, yeah, we talked about that article. That article is definitely there. I pressed the link. It's there. I think the point of that article was to create a public outcry, because now that the fandom in Love and Deepspace, the ones that hate Valko are getting quieter and the ones that support him are getting louder, they're turning to the public to try and be angry right now. That's what I think. Next year's the 10th anniversary of MLQC. They should seize the opportunity in upgrading Shaw's status to official LI. Ooh, I don't know. That's gonna piss off a lot of people who play MLQC, man. I don't know. A Freudian slip. Yes, exactly. I let out my true thoughts. So it's an official article. I clicked on it. It seemed like it. Unless it's not. Why would it be... It is going around, though, with the authors and everything. But if you're asking me if I can say 100%, is it a real article? Ooh, then I don't know. Because it's like the regular articles that I get on Weibo. 1 second. And that... Wait, where did... Okay, I need to find it now. Okay, now you got me thinking, damn. 1 second. I'm gonna click. If I click on the poster and it doesn't take me directly to their account, then it's very likely that it's fake, actually. Now you got me thinking. I do know I have the article on my phone. I just need to find it. Aha. Ugh, I'm seeing the title again. It's making me so annoyed. 微信公安部新闻. Yes, proceed. Yep. Yeah, it's a legit post. It's not fake, it's legit. Sorry to say. 公安部. Yeah, this is a legit post. So, unfortunately, it is a legit post. Okay. Cherry, I think I've seen this question already, so I'm gonna move it again. Oh, we're talking about different articles, is it? Ooh, which article then? The official article from the ministry? Which article is that? Are we talking about different articles? 연만 예뻐. Which one do you... Okay, thank you, Tippy. Just post it on Communities tab and I'll take a look at it later. But thank you. Have I seen the size of the update? That can't be all the kitchen update. Right? I also don't think that can just be the kitchen update. That seems a little crazy to me. Because if you think about it, all they're adding is new furniture and a new system. But if you think about the other animations that go with it, I don't know. There was a post that tried comparing the download size of the update. And I like to think that that isn't just the home update. They are most definitely uploading the main story. But now I'm worried. Does that mean they're bringing the main story and they're going to skip all the cutscenes? We're just going to have a main story without any cutscenes? And maybe we'll see Valko, but just as an NPC? I would be so mad, really. I really would be so mad. So yeah. Yeah, I would be mad. I don't know. I do want it to be... I do want to stream the main story. But if I see other people... I might have to wait, though. If I see other people posting that he's just gonna be some NPC, I don't think I can play, guys. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know if I can play. If I do play it, I won't feel good about it, you know? And I'm afraid anything I say in that stream is just gonna be extremely bitter. And I don't want that. Really, I don't. Visuals are a big deal for your first otome? Yeah. But it's not that I think 2D is lacking. I do think I'm spoiled now because of the minor animation. But even 2D otome games are getting better with rigging. You know, small movements, small swing. It can kind of trick your brain into thinking that they really are moving. Like, I really want to see the new game Obey Me that's out on stream. Unfortunately, I can't stream it. Steam, sorry. Out on Steam, coming soon. But yeah, I can't stream it, sadly. A lot of Japanese otoge I cannot stream, so that is unfortunate. They don't make handsome NPCs, though. Some do. Sure they do. Some do. But yeah, if they release Valko as an NPC, I don't think I can take it. I don't think I can take it. I'm sorry to say. What do you think? This is the same question. I'm gonna move on. Old school otomes, the art style is really... Yeah, the art style. But then again, when I started playing, I was quite young. So at the time, the art style is peak. But then there are still some old ones where you feel some sort of nostalgia when you see their old games. Okay, this one is from Scout Eli. Why do you think they removed the world underneath instead of just changing some things in that WU? Because actually the experimentations over there, it becomes too much of a coincidence. They can really use that chapter against Info to take down the game. Whilst Info probably already issued documents to prove that they didn't do it with the whole historical moment in mind. But in order to quiet down the anger of the ones that are complaining and using that chapter against them, they had to take it down and maybe change it a little bit. But to tell you the truth, human experimentation is like all over the game. It's just that that chapter had a problem because of that number. So, again, I feel like this is very performative. Like, what do you have an issue with? But yeah, the number is very significant though. It is. But like, being angry about it 2 months later just, I feel, is super performative. You just want to use it and bring the game down. That's it. And then I feel like that diminishes the actual severity of the incident by using it because of a game. Anyway. But yeah. I think they're trying to maybe change it. It's also possible that they'll take it down and put it up later, but just with different numbers or no numbers at all. I don't know. But right now, They need to take away anything that haters can use against them. And that's what they're doing. Let me see, let me see. Oh, wait, I missed it. I need to catch up with what everyone's saying. They could give him the 𝓥𝓲 treatment, put him in game, but not release him yet? Oh, you mean like just show up? Oh, could be. Yeah, can. But then I felt like there were a lot of scenes in the main story that had him involved, and now we don't get to see that. So now, congratulations, we have a main story that doesn't have any animation, no animated scenes. That's gonna be so empty. But actually, Mayra, that is a good idea. Maybe they just put it there and release him later. That is also a very good idea. I do hope so. I really do hope so. You find it dumb to bring down for this situation because it's not just... The whole world will see this? Oh, not just China. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why the government had to step in. It doesn't make them look good. But yeah, it's more like as long as it's not there, so it can't be looked into in the future. Yeah, they changed the Catch-22 skins. They got rid of all the numbers. But honestly, I would be super petty if I were Infold. Take out all the numbers. There will be no more numbers in the game. All numbers shall be replaced with the alphabet. 1 is A, 2 is B. It's no more XO1 or XO2. It's now XOXO. All the numbers disappear. Chapter 1? No, it's Chapter A. Chapter 2, Chapter B. Chapter 1.2, Chapter A.B. Yeah, let's do this. Take out all the numbers. I hate numbers anyway. I'm really bad at math. I can't seem to calculate numbers in my head. I'm really bad at it. Just take it all out. I support. Very petty, but yeah, why not? Go ahead. Were the negative comments on Weibo botted? They got crazy likes, but most of the top comments on Red Note are positive. You're so confused. So right now, Mallory, whether they're botted or not, I don't have the tools to tell you that they are, but there are reports saying that a lot of the malicious comments are indeed not necessarily botted, but like they are bot. B-O-U-G-H-T. They are bot keyboard warriors to comment on it. But if you're talking about the likes though, then yeah, those can be botted. They can be. Most of the top comments on Red Note are positive, yeah. But if you go through the comments, the positive comments have a lot of supporting replies, a lot of hearts. And if you see the negative replies, they don't have a lot of hearts. Like I could see one positive comment and they would have like 1.2k hearts and 600 replies. And most of them are positive. And then I'd see one negative comment and it's like a copy-paste comment, you know, the repetitive ones, and they have like I think maximum 300 likes ish and 200 replies, and all those replies mostly are people telling this person to like leave. If you don't like it, the game, leave, that kind of thing. Ida!
Good morning, mother. May the news not bring any more anxiety and pain. Folded hands.
Thank you, Ada. But yeah, that's why we're here. I'm using all of you to alleviate my anxiety. I'm using all of you to alleviate my anxiety. I am spiraling and you're all keeping me grounded. That's exactly what's happening. Thank you, Ada, though. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, Mallory. Oh, you're just talking about the likes in Weibo. They can be botted. I think I saw someone using... just based on time, how like every 50 seconds the likes increase by 20, 30, but because of the amount of people who uses 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓀, it's hard to say. There's a lot of people in China, man, and a lot of them are online. So it's really hard to say that they're bots. But honestly, even if they are bots, what matters now is whose voice is louder. The positive comments or the negative comments. The The positive is getting a lot of support. The negative is getting drowned out by the positive, and I think that's all that matters. Because we already know that, you know, there are hired keyboard warriors and there can be bots. But I think they also cannot be too obvious about it because you can get caught, you know? But anyway, they can get caught. You have to be smart about it if you're using bots. Alright, next question. Will this situation affect the main story? Oh, wait. I think we got this. Oh, wait. Affect the main story or future LI lore in terms of censorship. Right now, all they're censoring is the numbers and trying to make sure it has no relation to previous painful history. And I think as long as they do that, you won't see much of a change. But what's the word? What's dangerous now is that if the game goes in a direction where the haters do not like it, now we are seeing that Infold will probably bend. And now we are seeing that as long as they're not covering all their bases and that they have little holes in their quality check, this could happen again. And that's what's really scary. Right now, the censorship is just a number, and it's always been that way, that you're not supposed to use old war crimes and use it to romanticize any part of the story. You're not supposed to. Like, don't use previous historical painful memories and romanticize it in a story. That has always been the law. So nothing has changed. They haven't broken any laws. The problem is right now is haters are trying to make it look like they did. So censorship, the game has always been censored. I mean, all the games have always been censored. It's not going to change in any way. But what we mean by censorship is fandom censorship. Will Infold now be more susceptible to fandom policing? That's the censorship we have to worry about. Like the policing where fans say, like, I don't like the direction you're taking Silas. You gotta change it. Now Infold's in danger of that. That's what we're worried about the most. I hope that answers your questions, Choco. I hope, yeah. I hope you understand what I mean. Because yes, the game has always been censored. Always. The reason why lingering lust cannot be shown publicly is because right now the game does have what do you call that? Like an age cap. So as long as you're 18 and above, these scenes are okay to see, but you can't release it out in public. So that's it. But yeah, overall, the game has already been censored. On that side, I don't think anything's gonna change. Nothing changed before. But right now, we just have to worry about fandom policing. So that's the kind of censorship we're worried about. I hope I answered your question, Choco. They're protesting against Silas wearing an apron in the kitchen update. Ooh, the kitchen update, you know, like apparently there was a phone call about Silas never wanting to wear an apron. I will be honest, I don't think I've reached that affinity level yet. What affinity? It's an affinity phone call, right? So I don't know about that. I will say though, I feel like that's a valid concern. If you made this character, it's like saying suddenly if you feed carrots to Zane in the kitchen, that would go against his character, right? So if Silas has such an aversion to aprons and suddenly he's wearing it, unless they make it seem like, ah ha ha ha, I'm wearing it only because you tell me, unless they actually put that, I can see why people think it's a little bit out of character, because being OOC is the #1 sin a company can do for the male lead. So I understand that concern. He should not be out of character, OOC. But I haven't heard the phone call yet. Like, what did he say about the apron? I don't really know. So I can't really comment on that, unfortunately. But to be extremely angry is another thing. I think it's the reaction. But sometimes I understand why people's reactions are so explosive, because info doesn't communicate. Really, they just need to communicate. If they just open their mouth, man, why won't you communicate info? What is this toxic relationship we're in? No communication. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. This one's from Chris. How do you feel about the changes for Catch-22 outfits? The numbers are gone. I saw. But to tell you the truth, to me, it doesn't mean anything. The outfit itself hasn't changed. Like, unless those numbers were significant to the whole Catch-22 story. Unless they were significant, I don't really have any issues with the numbers being gone. Because in the end, they're still wearing leather. They're still in leather with belts and straps with their titties out. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. So I would have major issue with it if the numbers held some sort of significance to the Catch-22 story. If it didn't, I think it's fine they take it away. If anything, like, Infold needs to cover their bases. They need to make sure there are no numbers that can be used against them. And like I said before, they don't have the manpower to quality check everything that they've released. That's the problem. That's why they should have quality checked before they're released. But now that they can see that there are some gaps that the haters are using against them, they have to scrap it all out. I feel like that's the safest thing that they can do with the little amount of manpower they have. So I can understand. Basically. Whoever's in Paper Games PR, they need strategies. Yes, they need some sort of lesson. I don't know what is their PR. You know, for me, my VIP services, customer services, I can contact them through Line. I use Line to contact them, but every time I talk to them, I feel like I'm talking to like those automated bots on Popo, you know, like they always like, hi, Tan. You know, their response is always like, hello, dear. It feels like that. And it's after the automated response that I suddenly feel like, okay, now I'm talking to a real person, you know? Otherwise, I'm always facing a bot, I feel. I don't know. They need to do something about this whole customer service. But if you think about the what's the word? The size of the company. If you think about the strength of their backers, they don't have a lot of resources. Their resources are limited. Yeah, they're bringing in a lot of money. Because of the amount of resources they rake in, they rank 1 or at least like 1 to 3 every month. But you gotta remember that this is a full battle game with a battle system with hundreds of animated scenes split amongst 5 LIs. That's not cheap. That is not cheap. Not to mention with the amount of people. And also, it's very common that any excess, what's the word? Excess? You know, any excess that they've earned, it's very common that they spread it among the entire company. Maybe it goes to a game that is not doing as well. I know players do not want to hear that. They want their money to go straight to Love and Deepspace only. But it makes sense that a company will try to take some excess and help up the parts of it that is lacking. It happens. It happens. Allegedly. Okay. This is me. Allegedly. From what I know from companies, okay? From what I know from companies, it's normal practice. No one likes to hear it, that's for sure, because yeah, I want all my money to go to just Love and Deepspace. But as a company, of course they would have to, you know, like put it in places. But right now, I think since Love and Deepspace is in the danger zone, a lot of their resources is going into that, especially if they have to hire an entire legal team. That ain't cheap. That's not cheap. So yeah. How did I start talking about this when we're only talking about Catch-22 outfits? Did I see the 6.0 client update guide? I did. Do you think they're going to announce something at all? Tomato. Tomato, I really hope so. I was hoping they dropped something an hour ago. Wait, let me just go on. Let me go on Twitter. Still nothing. Ah. Still nothing. It's still nothing. I'm so sad. Ah. Ah. Jeez. Okay. Anyway. Yep, nothing. If they don't post anything right now, then we'll probably have to wait until midnight. That's the only thing. But, yeah. But I feel like the most possible thing that will happen is like what 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻 said. 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻 said that maybe we'll still see him in the main story, but we just won't be able to use him as a companion just yet until at least not until later. Like what they did with Caleb. Possibly. Probably. I don't know. I'm sad. I hope they do. But like he'll be there but no announcement like the plushies. Yeah, possibly. What kind of message we waiting from Infold? I'm hoping they would at least announce what to expect in the world underneath, in the main story. Because just dropping it like that, because if they don't announce anything, then that means the previous announcement still holds. We still expect that Valko's not gonna be there. And I have very little faith in how the main story is gonna be if Valko's not gonna be there. But yeah. You're coping on anything right now? I'm sorry, 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻. Everyone, can you give hugs to 𝓥𝓲𝓮? She needs it. Give her some hugs. I'm also gonna type in the chat. Hugs to 𝓥𝓲𝓮. I'm gonna say hugs to 𝓥𝓲𝓮. Yeah, hugs. And then some hearts. There. Wait, that's not how you draw a heart. Heart. There. I'm sorry. I know we're all coping right now. All coping. The copium is strong. We're all coping. Okay, so... sorry, 1 second. Let me just go on to the next question. This one is from 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻. Such a cute name. 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻. 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻. If you've been on the 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻, how is the weather over there? Are the pro-Valko more than the anti-Valko? What is the general vibe towards the situation? You so wish the majority of Chinese lovelies are... Okay, it cut out. Wait, let me see. I cannot see the rest of the message. Oh, damn. I didn't know that there would be, like, a limit. That sucks. Okay. Sorry, I can't see the rest of your message. I think there is a limit, but... like I mentioned before, there are more positive comments that are for Valko and less hate comments. Like, the hate comments are still there. It's just that right now, the ones who like Valko and support his return to the game are louder now. They're not being quiet. Because, guys, let's be honest, at the beginning, when people were outraged with the drop of Valko, there were some... let's say level-headed players that were also upset. But once they saw how the situation escalated, they switched sides. They were like, this is not what I wanted. This is not the type of retaliation that I wanted to do. So they switched sides. And right now, the only ones who are really loud are the crazy ones. And the numbers, I guess the positive is outnumbering the negative. And it's a good atmosphere. It feels nice. I like seeing it. So I'm not that scared to go up on 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻 anymore. But at the same time, just reading how these girlies get attacked, they get attacked so viciously, man. The attacks are vicious, is all I can say. And I do feel bad for them, honestly. But they're standing strong. They realized what happened because of being quiet, and now they decided not to be quiet anymore. So that's a good thing, at least. Alright, we have 3 more questions. And then I guess I'll open it up again. Just came back from ICU. Oh! Oh, Cherry! Are you okay? Why are you in the ICU? Opinions on this being potential corporate sabotage. I have 100%. I would have no difficulty, 100%, no difficulty believing that this is corporate sabotage. But that could just be my army paranoia, my trauma. Because this is pretty much what happened to BTS as well. Like, I started getting sensitive seeing the media play. Like, I started thinking, what is the aim? So, yeah, I can 100% get on board with the idea that this is corporate sabotage. But this is still alleged because nothing has been confirmed yet. So, nothing is confirmed. This one is from Mint Jungles. Do you have any hope for the future of this game after all this? Do you think there'll be another big otome game as big as Lads after this too? If there's anything that the Chinese industry, like the industries in China, are good at, is jumping on the trend. It's just that right now there are already companies jumping on the trend on both the Chinese side and the Korean side actually. But the reliance on AI is crazy. The reliance on AI is insane. Like, that's the only thing that's ruining everyone jumping on the hype. Because making a 3D otome game is not easy. Remember, this is a visual novel game. Already trying to make 3D assets for a game that's supposed to be a visual novel is already kind of scary. They see that Lads can do it, so they will try, but they will try to cut corners by using, unfortunately, AI, which is where all this, like, sudden 3D bot companion is popping up because of Lads, the success of Lads. Now, do I think there'll be another big game as big as Lads? Of course. If history is to prove anything, there will always be something better in a few years across the horizon. It's just a matter of time and studying the market. If there is a company out there really smart, they are studying info like crazy, taking all of this into account, but they could also see how they're gonna need a lot of resources to maintain this game. So, do I think there will be another? Yeah, I do. I do think. Do I think there's any hope for this game in the future? That's where I'm 50-50. It depends how they decide to deal with this entire Valko situation. If Valko is not coming back, I'm gonna have to say the betrayal that a lot of players feel is going to be too great, and they're going to... I don't know, I feel like it's only gonna be downhill from here. Because the only ones that are gonna stay are the ones who really can't let go of the game, and also the crazies. If you have the crazies as your main fan base, you're not gonna survive that long, okay? Because they're not gonna be happy ever. They're never gonna be happy. It's one thing if this was a 2D game. This is a 3D game. That requires a lot of resources, a lot of money. So, if Valko doesn't come back, I fear it's only gonna go downhill from here. Unfortunately, it's only gonna go downhill from here. But yeah, I think if you wait a few years, you might see a game that might be bigger than this. You never know. It's just that right now, in the now, I care about Love and Deepspace. I care about Raphael, Silas. I care about Valko. I care about the future for Xavier, Zane, and Caleb as characters and the story. So it's too bad. It's too bad. Hi, Duckling. You want me to go on a tangent? Start from the beginning. Hi, Duckling. Yeah, I came live. I need to go live to stay sane right now. I'm spiraling, really. My brain is spiraling. There's so many rumors going on. What are your thoughts on the temporary removal of Xavier's? So many people fear-mongering about all cards start getting changes. I don't think they're gonna change any of the current cards. I really don't think so. I don't think... But, future cards, if there are changes, you won't know. Because you'll only see it as they gave it to you. So, my fear is that the future content would have been altered, but we'll never know what the original story is. That is my fear. But I do trust that the writers would at least be skilled enough to fill in the void. But the problem is that everyone is already so attached to Valko that the only way for you to fill in the void is if you actually put Valko back in. Maybe the players who aren't as taken, as smitten with Valko as, you know, the Valko girlies, like maybe, like for example, if you're in the game only for Xavier, then I guess you can still play the game because whatever content that they've altered, you won't notice it, right? You won't notice it because it's new content. So the fear is in not knowing, I guess. That is the fear. But we'll see. We still need to see how they plan to return Xavier's World Underneath story. What are they changing? It's a good thing I actually recorded that video so that if they released it, I can at least put it back to back and see what the changes are. Otherwise, like, my memory is shit, yo. My memory is shit. It would be insane to write them off. If it could be another Shaw situation. If it is, I don't think I can keep I don't think I can keep playing. I hope that answered your question, Milo. Any lack of spice will have to be made up through fanfics and fan art. I trust the fanfiction writers to to take up this task. How still playing with tears and pain in heart? Oh no, Ray, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Like, to be completely honest with you, I am very attached to Raphael and Silas. Like, of course I still want to know what their story is, but I'll probably just play it quietly on my own rather than stream it, because me streaming it openly feels like I'm supporting the direction that the game is going. But if I just do it quietly by myself without spending in the game, and I think that would be better. And I'll probably only log in the game if there's a myth somewhere coming that I would read. But other than that, I think, yeah, I would slowly detach myself from the game. There's no way I'm going to like let go of it just cold turkey. Impossible, impossible. But I would slowly distance myself from the game probably. What's Shaw? Shaw is the 5th love interest in MLQC, the first otome game that Infeld created before Love and Deepspace. They had a similar situation, which is why I'm so surprised that they didn't, you know, learn from it. But I get it. I know that they're trying to steer away and tap into the global side as well. So maybe they thought it'd be okay, but yeah, unfortunately, when they did not how do I say, like, when it turns out the people who complain could not get a foothold on Infold's decision, because remember, Infold first said that Valko isn't going anywhere. Just remember that. That is the first thing they said. Valko isn't going anywhere. He's been in development for years. He's not going anywhere. That proves that was Infold's way fighting the crazy people that were complaining. Okay, they were fighting the crazy people. So if you look at it, actually, like, they're not really bending to the crazies exactly, but that is what it looks like. They started it. Unfortunately, there's a leak because there's part of the story that haters could use to manipulate public judgment, and that's what happened. So the only reason why we're in this predicament is because they made it political. They brought it to the CCP's attention, and yeah. So if anything, our anger should be directed at the sabotage. The sabotager. Sabotager? The person who sabotaged. Which, I cannot say, like, the people who complain at the beginning are not at fault. Yeah, they got used. Yes, they got used. But at the same time, like, yeah, if they weren't so easily angry just because the things didn't go their way, I feel like it would have been harder for them to be used, you know? So, yeah. I will say though, a lot of people are saying that, oh, the Chinese community didn't like Valko because he looked ugly. I'm like, I can see why that looks that way. Because I mean, if you go on these posts, the first thing you see is the word ugly, ugly, ugly. You know, like they repeat the word ugly continuously. That's all they see. So if the global side thinks that, if the media thinks that, I can't blame them for it. I really cannot, because that's all they see. But the initial concern was, I can say, quite valid. It can be valid because info doesn't communicate. But unfortunately, the valid concerns got swept under the rug because the crazy people were too loud. You can be angry at both. I mean, let's not forget, there were people on the global side that agreed that he was ugly, okay? There's a whole group out there that only cares about, like, the 5 LIs and refuse to accept Valko as the 6 LI. There's a whole group out there, okay, saying awful things about Valko. So it's not entirely just the Chinese side. Even the global side we have these people, unfortunately. If the users could, they'd be cussing out the antis, but they're staying positive and respectful from what you're seeing on Twitter. Yeah. That's what I really respect about them. They are being very respectful. You just need a solid announcement. So do I. I want to see a solid announcement. Randomly calling someone ugly is truly ugly. I know! That is so weird. Honestly, like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, there's gotta be a better... there's gotta be a more convincing insult. Like, really? There are plenty of Chinese characters in media that has similar facial features as Valko, but just because they're comparing him with the previous 5, they're gonna call him ugly. Okay, sure. If you say so. Okay, guys, I'm going to unlock the Q&A. Unlock. So if you have questions, you can ask me some questions. Just make sure it's !ask and type your questions. So if you have no more questions though, I can just clear it. Yeah, exactly. Crazies are everywhere. They are everywhere. Your anxiety is killing you. It's killing me. I'm spiraling. I'm going nuts. It's an opinion, but it's the wrong one. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, yeah. Beauty is subjective. A person's aesthetic is subjective. It's fine if you think he's ugly, but I think you are wrong. My opinion is you're wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I need to hydrate. Oh gosh, I'm thirsty. My heart is beating. You know, the whole day, I actually forgot today's the 8th. I forgot we would be getting the main story update tomorrow. I actually forgot until I started remembering after lunch, and then I saw that article. I was like, crap, it's tomorrow and we still haven't heard anything from them. Damn. It's so sad. But is anyone here in army, by the way? Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about, like, what happened to them? You saw someone saying that the scene in which Valko coming through the window has been misinterpreted as a metaphor to yeah. There is a Chinese saying, 𝓿𝓼𝓮𝓻 𝓖𝓾𝓲𝓮𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓮𝓼, which is attracting a wolf into your space. They're trying to say that that line is promoting, I guess, romanticizing intruders coming into your house. Like, that line should not be used and should not be romanticized. But I know what Infold is doing. They're just trying to use up the whole hunter and predator dynamic. MC as the hunter and Valko as the wolf. He's basically talking about himself as the wolf. That's why he used that line. Now, is it poorly delivered? It can be. I need to see the whole scene first. But it can also just be a clever wordplay because Valko is a wolf. He didn't really necessarily mean like bring in an intruder. He just means, are you sure it's okay to bring me in here? You know, because of their situation where they had to do a temporary truce. But yeah, anyway, things tend to get taken out of context very easily. Army since 2021? Yeah. Army represent. Ah, so many armies here. Since 2016? You know? Damn, Cherry. Cherry's an army since 2016. Yeah, OG. I think I'm more like a 2017 army. I knew about them in 2016, but I didn't really like fully support them until like 2017. So yeah, I know what happened to them. They got accused for plagiarism. Their company, because they're so small, they got taken to court, by the way. They got taken to court. They had to go through court. And there was a lot of online slander calling them plagiarists. Like, in their concerts, the first thing they see is about plagiarism. It was very defamatory, and the fact that they had to go to court to prove themselves. And yet, the court already ruled against it. They said they're innocent. But until now, just because they were taken to court, they are still called plagiarism Boy Scouts. To this day, they still call them plagiarism Boy Scouts just because they got taken to court. That's why it's so dangerous, you know, these defamatory accusations. And unfortunately, this is going to also be a very huge stain on Infold's history for Love and Deepspace. It is going to be there. It's already happened, so. Okay, alright, I see I've got 38 questions. Okay, I'm gonna lock it now. Locking. So no more new questions. Let me go through this one by one. Alright. Next question. Is it going? It's quite slow. Unrelated, but will you play Road to Empress 2 anytime soon? I will, Yachan. I will. I do plan to. It's just that I actually plan to play it this week, but unfortunately, plans don't always go the way you expect them to. And these days, it's really hard for me to just enjoy any like story-heavy games. You know what's weird? It's because I feel so anxious. I only feel like playing... I don't want to say brain-dead games, but like cozy games. I just want to play cozy games. I just want to farm, grow crops, pick it up, not think too much, and see how, yay, I am rewarded for my labor, you know? That kind of easygoing game. But yeah, I do plan to play Road to Empress 2 soon. What otome games are you not going to play? Hint, hint, because I don't know which one to avoid. Look, Vicarious, okay, you know that game, like I said, we don't know anything. That one trailer for that game, they made a lot of promises. I'm just gonna wait until they release an actual gameplay trailer before I decide whether I want to play it. Because, heck yeah, it's a 3D otome game. Of course I want to play a 3D otome game.
Thank you for supporting Valko.
Oh, thank you, Cordia. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate it. It's not just me supporting Valko. We're all supporting Valko. So thank you all for being here, for helping me alleviate my anxiety because we all support Valko. Thank you. Thank you again. I appreciate it. But yeah, since it is a 3D otome game, of course I want to play another 3D otome game. I told you I've been so spoiled. I've been so spoiled. But I do want to try going back to Diabolic Lovers. It's an old one, but a good one. An oldie, but a goodie. I want to go play... Shoot, what was it called? Parasitic something? That was something Rainy suggested to me, and I also wanted to play. Parasitic... Was it something cupcake? 1 second. Checking. What? I'm pretty sure it's not Parasite in Love. Not Parasite in Love. Cupid Parasite. There we go. Cupid Parasite. I don't know why I said cupcake. Yeah, Cupid Parasite. I do want to try playing Cupid Parasite. I do want to play Obey Me, the new one that's coming out on Steam. But the problem is I can't stream any of these games. I can't, unfortunately. Yeah, thank you, Anna. Parasite Cupid. But yeah, I can't stream any of these games. If I do make content with these games, it's gonna have to be long-form videos where I don't show anything, unfortunately. I do want to try... See, I'll be honest with you. I tried playing Light and Night so many times. I think 3 times. It's just that I can't get past the first few chapters. Maybe I just gotta stick to it, you know? I just gotta stick to it. Maybe it'll get better. It's just not my cup of tea. The MC is not my cup of tea. But then again, yeah, maybe I should give it... more time. I don't know. But yeah, Vicarious, you should decide which one to avoid. I'm not gonna tell you which one to avoid. I still think, like, you know, use your discretion. If you think it's interesting, go ahead, play it. No one's gonna blame you for it. Tears of Themis. Maybe I should get back to Tears of Themis. I did kind of like it. Like, I like the detective aspect of the game. Maybe. I'll try. I guess I'll try. I wonder if I still have my old account. But if it's my old account, it's going to be my personal one, so I can't use that. I'll probably use a different account. I'll try, but yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Maybe I should try Tears of Themis. You'll never know. I'll see. Okay, this one is by 𝓲𝓮𝓻 Do you think they'll be swayed by player opinion now that everyone wants him back? Won't it be easy for them to earn large revenue by releasing him? Surely they know they'll lose out if they don't. Yeah. The only problem right now is the post that they made. Just know that for them to go back on their word so easily is going to already damage player trust with the company. And right now that is on thin ice. Player trust with the company is on thin ice. Even if they release him now, do you think a player's anxiety will go away regarding the future of the other love interest? No, it'll still be there. So every time someone is going to complain about an LI, we're all going to be anxious because we saw what Infold would do, which is to take him out and say no development. So they're going to have to make a choice. And I think they're trying to discuss with their lawyers on how to fix the previous post that they made. Because some people did say since that one didn't have the official seal, maybe they can use that. But like, how are they going to do that? Are they going to say, hey guys, haha, JK, early, belated April Fools, haha. There was no seal. We were joking. JK. I don't think they can do that. So they're probably going to have to come up with something that would legally make sure that they've covered all their bases and not anger any of the government officials. And also try to come up with a game plan to earn player trust again. And that might take some time. Yeah. It's a lose-lose situation. Kinda. But if you think about it, one would create more damage than the other. At this point, I feel like there's something else we don't know legally. Or maybe they're just trying to crack down and let all the haters expose themselves. And, you know, capture all the ones leaking slanderous posts online. And once that's dealt with, then maybe they can safely release Valko. There is timing here that they're waiting for. We just don't know what it is. So we're not privy to it. So all I can say is we'll wait. But, yeah. Yeah, time's working against them, if anything. We don't know how much hot water they are in behind the scenes. Still, yeah, kinda. Yeah. At least for now, we know the things regarding the number is kind of resolved. But the things regarding women's safety and the lines that Valko said, and then the lines in the trailer they're using to paint them as anti-women's safety, that one I still think is going to be hard to prove, because then it would mean that the general public is going to have to understand the system of the game. They're going to have to understand what bond means. They're going to have to understand MC's occupation. They're going to have to understand who LI is. Like, that's going to be hard to do. So I feel like that situation hasn't settled yet, and they're still waiting. So yeah, all we can do is wait, unfortunately. Ada! Ada! That is a cute question. I have. Yes, Ada, I have eaten. Don't worry. I managed to leave work early today, so I was like, yeah! Leave work early! Woohoo! Yippee! And I picked up some dumplings on the way. I was talking to Angel on Discord, and she was telling me she was having dumplings and noodles as comfort food. Yeah, Angel is also very anxious, guys, so if you can, drop her a message. Tell her, give her hugs. Tell her you're there for her. She's also very anxious, and those are her comfort foods. And because she said dumpling for comfort food, I was like, oh shit, okay, I'm getting dumplings on the way home. I'm getting dumplings on the way home. So yeah, I got dumplings. Yeah, man, dumplings is my comfort food. Dumplings and noodles, actually, both. If I need something to make me happy, I need dumplings and noodles. So yes, thank you for the question. That shocked me. That was funny. Thank you. Let's check the Raven community note. I think someone shared or oh, okay, right. 1 second. The Rave on community notes. YouTube. Community notes. Newest. Sorry, where was the rave post? They said it was posted in the party one? 1 second. The party? Sorry, the... Ooh, is it in this one? Nope. Wait, maybe if I go to YouTube Studio, I'll be able to find it better. That's one thing, you know, YouTube has their own moderation system, so sometimes it flags comments very randomly, and then I never see it, and I don't know why. Newest. Nope, not this one. Okay, now I have to wonder if if it got. Now I have to wonder if it got held. Messages, removal requests, matches. Nope. Nope, where is it? Ah. Viewer posts. I'm not seeing it, guys. Am I blind? Okay, held. Nope, I don't see it, guys. I'm sorry. Bye, Ambivert. Take care at work. Bye, Duckling. Take care at work. Take care, guys. Alright, guys. I can't seem to find it. I'm sorry. Where'd it go? You posted it in the community, right? Yachan, was it you? You posted it? Okay. Do you mind posting it again? maybe I'll catch it this time. So you just go to community and then you can make a new post. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. Did anyone feel like getting ghosted after a sudden break? I'm seeing so many posts saying like, wow, Love and Deepspace really brings in the entire relationship experience package. The love bombing, the affection, and then the sudden silence ghosting. Oh, and not to mention the horrible communication. That made me laugh. I'm sorry. That was funny. That was funny. I'm going to community and viewer post. I see nothing. Publish, nothing. Nandi. I don't see it. Why? This is the link. I don't see the link. Maybe YouTube is not letting you post the link on YouTube. Oh, I know. Can you post it in comments? If you go to posts, and I made a post, right, saying that I would hop in an hour. If you go to the comments section, if you post it there, maybe. I'll just stay in this page. See if you can post it there. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next question while I wait. I have the window open in my browser, so I'll be waiting. We already started the angst before he was implemented. That's true. They weren't joking about the whole love and depression. Who knew it would go this far? We went from 230k to 206k on petition. We lost a lot, but we can still do this. The petition. It's very possible that it could be repeated posts or bot posts. Like, yeah, of course, guys, we have people who do things with good intentions, but if you post too many times with the same IP, like, yeah, they ask you to add in your address, but if you make new accounts with the same IP and then post it, it's very likely it gets taken down. But at the very least, it's not a lot. It's still a lot in the petition, but whether or not this affects the whole decision that Info makes, I don't know. It's not like a smoking gun. It's not like a definite yes. But at least it shows Info that we care. And I think that's what matters. You tagged me on Twitter. Okay, that's even better. Thank you, Kanzi. Let me see. Twitter. Sorry, I burped. Okay. And a couple windows had like strobe light. Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, it really is shining, but I don't know if that's a party. Sorry, 1 second. Do you want me to show it to you? I think it's this one. And then I go here. Oops. It's covered. 1 second. It's covered. 1 second. Okay, here. Why is it like this? Guys, being a streamer is hard work, y'all. It's not easy. I don't know why I do this work sometimes. Well, it's not even work, but... Why do I do this to myself? I am not IT savvy. I'm a grandma, for crying out loud. I need to squint whenever I see something. Wait, I don't want to put this person on blast, so I'm not going to show their... Here. So what they're talking about, the light. That, do you see it? Let's get it again. Okay, personally, I think that's an absolute nothing burger. It's a reach. I mean, even if they are having a party, which I highly doubt, it's just a bunch of strobe lights. They're probably testing something. You never know. You don't know what happens in a company. I just think that maybe we're being overly sensitive about what PG is doing. Is it them celebrating for Valko's return? I don't know. I don't know. It looks like a party. I think we're just making assumptions. Because if we say it's a party, we might be bringing in too much hope that he comes back. And at the same time, if we say it's a party, the haters can use it against them and say, oh my god, they're celebrating after doing something so horrible. They're not repenting, blah, blah, blah. Like, even if this is the PG building, we don't know why the strobe lights are there. And having a party is not even the first thing that comes to mind. I just think they're testing something. And even if it is a party, out of the entire building, it's very small. Maybe it's just one small group. But yeah, I just think like jumping to conclusions is what brought us to this mess. So I'm not going to jump to conclusions. Personally, I don't think it's a party. But you never know. Maybe it is. Wait, let me just put on the next question. It could also be someone's birthday, yeah. I don't know, like think about it. If there's a huge company, you want to show appreciation to your staff, you already felt bad that your staff's hard work went in vain, and then you had a pre-planned birthday party, would you just cancel the birthday party? I feel like that's even worse. But then again, speculation. Still speculation. The haters continue there even if they do. Yeah, exactly. So because that's what haters do, I'm not gonna do that. If they're having a party, I hope they had fun. If they're testing something, I hope it worked. If it was a light malfunction, I hope they fix it. That's all I can say. I still don't know what it is. Okay, so this one is by Mallory. The Times Square billboard for Valko that the fans raised money for just got cancelled because Infold blocked it. Again, I think it's because they want to stay away from the public eye. That's why they pulled out of Bilibili World. And that's also why they're canceling some of the big events. I guess they just don't want fans to waste their money and post Valko's face after being under fire for the character. So yeah, like show your support, yeah, but if you put it up there, it might actually do more harm than good, if anything. That's pretty much it. That's all I can say. It's a shame though. It's a shame that it got canceled. I hope the fans at least got their money back. Like so what happened then? Did they get their money back, or is that just wasted money? I'm actually curious to know. But I didn't know about that, Mallory. Thanks for letting me know. Best comment there. But that reminds me the time they reply to the haters on 𝓲𝓮𝓻. Are you going to play Light and Night soon on your channel in the near future? Maybe not anytime soon. It really depends on the situation. Like I said before, my channel's future depends on what happens to Love and Deepspace. If like worst case scenario, I'm not playing Love and Deepspace anymore. And I did start this channel because I wanted to share the joy of playing a game I really like, which was Love and Deepspace. I will most likely try to find other otome games to fill in the void. If not otome games, then any other cozy games that I might just play to, you know, numb the pain. I need to numb the pain. But yeah, the direction of this channel was always play otome games, but it might not be... Yeah, it might not be Japanese otome because the copyright issue with that one is really crazy. That's why you don't see a lot of gameplay on YouTube. But it's probably going to be the up-and-coming Chinese ones. I do want to play... I still call it Project Bang Bang. But unfortunately, that's not like pure otoge. It's more playing on ML, like Master Love. So it's a bit different. But I do want to play it. But yeah, thanks for asking. If I do play it, I will definitely make an announcement. And I will try. I will try. I do think I need to give it more time. Maybe I was just not patient enough reading the stories. I don't know. You need to... You need what? To numb this pain? Oh no. Do you have any news on the legitimacy of the Ministry of Safety article? Oh, I remember someone was supposed to show me that article, right? Didn't someone say they would post it for me? No? Is it on Twitter? Can you tag me on it? Just tag me on it so I can take a look. And make sure the tag has the actual link to the post so I can see. Then I can tell you. Was it the horse guy, 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓀? Bang Bang, the one with the cursed... no, not that one, not that one. Project Bang Bang, it's Night something crap. I keep forgetting its new name. I can only remember Project Bang Bang. That's all I remember, Project Bang Bang. If they don't do Valko at this time, what is the best guess of what they will release? Oh dear. My best guess, they release the main story as is without the cinematic scenes. Valko only appears as an NPC. We don't play him as a love interest. And from there, you'll probably have to do the waiting game again. Maybe 2 months, probably 2 months before they release the branch stories for Caleb and Silas. And yeah, continue on from there as if nothing happened. Unfortunately. You found it on Thread, not on X? Oh. If there's an expo... I don't think I have Threads, though. Sadly. Oh, I saw the billboard post you just show. I just saw the billboard post. I think that billboard is just putting them in the spotlight too much, and that's what they're trying to avoid, unfortunately. So that's why. But I just saw it. As for the other one, I am scrolling through Twitter right now. I can't seem to find a trace of it. If anyone sees it on Twitter, please tag me so I can take a look. Will you be playing other games, Mother, in the far future? And are there any games you want to play? There are actually a bunch that I want to play. But, like, for example, Where Wind Meets. I still want to play Where Wind Meets, but I know that doesn't really fall in line with the theme of this channel. So I'll probably only play it on Twitch. I do want to play this new farming sim. What's it called? Moonlight something. Moonlight Peaks. Yes, Moonlight Peaks. Because it's very witchy. It's very, like... I love the atmosphere of the game. And it is kind of like a farming game, so... maybe I'll do that to heal a little bit. I do want to play Subnautica. I like the idea. But I don't know. I do enjoy playing horror games. It's just that I can't play it by myself. I can't play it by myself. But my main focus should be looking for another 𝓥𝓲𝓮𝓻. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Unfortunately, the Japanese ones I cannot play because of copyright issues. They will not let you stream playing that game. You sent the link of the article in the community? Oh, okay. Refresh. Either the community is tripping, but they never they're not showing... Ah! No. Maybe they're... Let me see. Anything held? Nope. Not even in held. It's not even in held. Sorry, which community? Which community? Why can't I find it? Honestly. Heard they also removed... Nope, this is not it. Newest, relevant, newest. I am looking at community posts, but the last one that posted on the community post is Kitty Silas 1. And that's a comment. But then a post is Neeps and Tati. She was the last one that sent me a post. But I don't see the link, unfortunately. Yeah, the art style of Moonlight Pix is really pretty. I do want to play it. Hot to full boyfriend? Hot to full boyfriend. Hot to full boyfriend. I feel like because it wasn't like that serious, although I heard the story was really serious. Like it got crazy serious. But yeah, maybe just for shits and giggles, why not? It would be fun. Some Western ones, I will be honest, I am not that keen on the Western ones. Is it weird? I actually am not keen. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the writing style. I just can't get around it. I don't know. But maybe I can try. I can probably try. I did get an email about trying one. I might try it just for the sake of it because it does look interesting. But with my rep sheet, I feel like I don't enjoy a lot of English otome games. I don't know why. Because to me, they don't feel like otome games. They feel like dating simulations. And I don't really like dating simulations that much. But I can try, though. Maybe I might like one of them. Maybe. Tippy, I still don't see the link. Am I tripping or something? Tippy, if you have the link, do you have Twitter? And then on Twitter, you can tag me? Would that be possible? No, yeah, you should send it in the YouTube community, but like, I'm not getting them for some reason. I go to mentions, I'm not there. I go to viewer posts, I don't see it. I go to the newest viewer posts, I don't see it. I go to held, thinking maybe YouTube held it, but I still don't see it. The last post I see on the communities tab is by Neeps and Taddy. So, I'm so sorry. But Tippy, if you have Twitter, post it on Twitter and then give me, what do you call it? Tag me. I don't think you can send links here because YouTube moderation does not let chatters send links. So sending a link in the chat is not possible. I don't see it at the very least. Do you think there will be news at 12 o'clock your time? I'm hoping, Cordia. I really hope. I'm trying. I'm hoping against all hope. Since they didn't post anything at 8, I'm hoping they would post something at 12. But if they don't post anything at midnight... You see, they did post something at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Maybe 6 a.m. They posted something at 6 a.m. today, you know? 6 a.m. in the morning. I feel like they've never done that before. When they announced the cancellation or their withdrawal from Bilibili World. That shocked me. I was so shocked. I was like, what? So, if not midnight, then 6 a.m. tomorrow before the new main story goes online. Like, the reset time is at 5 a.m. And even after 5 a.m., they still do maintenance. And then servers probably go online at around 9 a.m. My time, by the way. So maybe. I don't know why they posted at 6 a.m. I feel like it's because it's the earliest they can post that it's when it's not the 7th and I don't know, people are awake. I don't know. But yeah. Hopefully. So if not midnight today, then 6 a.m. tomorrow. If not 6 a.m. tomorrow, then unfortunately, we will not see Valko. At least not as a love interest, but most likely as an NPC. But to tell you the truth, I will be so pissed. I will be so pissed. What happened to Army? Oh. Because BTS was still a very small company, and we have this thing called the Big Three in K-pop because they're the ones where the most successful groups come out from, and they are the biggest companies, the Big Three. I'm not gonna say their names. I think you probably know who they are. And at that time, Big Hit was super tiny. Super tiny. They were dirt broke. They recorded their albums in the garage. They practice their dances underneath the underneath a restaurant, using the restaurant basement. They are hella broke, and yet they topped the charts. They broke a record for top selling album. So of course the other fandoms were crying. They rigged it. That they did some backhanded dealings in order to inflate their own sales numbers. It got so bad to the point that they got taken to court. And mind you, another company took them to court. Another company. So the fact that it got so bad that they got taken to court because of it, and that really marked them for life. So there are still a lot of people who call them plagiarists, or there was a word for it, but I forgot what the word was. You know? But yeah, it was a very dark time. You could not go out in public walking into a CD store to buy their album without getting attacked. Without getting attacked. That's how bad it was. It was very dangerous for the fandom too. But yeah, it was a very dark time. Okay, moving on. Sorry, we ended up talking about BTS. Mama, how do you plan to move forward with your channel if Valko is or isn't implemented into the game? Is there going to be any changes? Yes or no? There will be changes, Maria, unfortunately. But I will try to still play other games. My only thing is, like, guys, I'm making this channel because it's a hobby and I get to share my passion for the game with everyone. It's one of those things, right? When you're very passionate about something, you want to yap about the game, you want to fangirl over the game with other like-minded people. And unfortunately, the people around me do not play ultimate games. So the only way I can fangirl is with everyone else online. That's why I'm doing this. If I cannot find another game that sparks that big of a passion in me, it might be hard for me to continue the channel, especially since this is a hobby channel. I mean, if I get to the numbers where I can just make stream and make videos as my day job, then yeah, maybe. But unfortunately, I am a working adult, so I play games in my free time. Does that mean I will delete the channel if I find myself unable to continue? No, I will not. But I will discontinue memberships because I don't want to keep charging you and I'm not even offering you anything. Or at the very least, if I know that I'm not going to continue for a while, or if my schedule is going to be really hectic, I will at least do something for that month and discontinue memberships so that, you know, you guys won't end up being charged. And then I'll leave the channel up. If I find another game that I want to play with everyone, I'll pop in once in a while. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be hard to continue. I'll be very honest with you. It'll be hard to continue. But I do think I'll miss you guys. Because, like, being able to talk to everyone, sharing... Like, you know, this whole situation is so stressful and so depressing that I actually feel kind of silly when I'm by myself. Like, why is this affecting me so bad? I feel like I'm just going through the motions for the past week. That's how deeply affected I am. Plus some of the comments I'm seeing about me, someone questioning my what's the word? My sincerity, questioning if I'm being paid by Infold, questioning if I've ever been sponsored by Infold. I have not, by the way. I have never been sponsored by Infold. I don't work for them. I'm not in any of their programs. Like, the comments do get to me, I will be honest, yeah. But that's why, you know, when I do get to talk to you guys and share and we get to go crazy together, that part makes me forget about all the anxiety, forget about all the silly comments, gets me out of my head, and then, you know, we can just have fun together. So, It's sad, yeah. But at least the channel will still be up, and you will at least have some way to reach me. Hopefully the communities tab will not delete your comments like I'm getting right now. But as long as you don't post links, I guess they shouldn't like delete your posts. I don't know why it's not letting you post links. It's really weird. But yeah, you can still post in the community tab. I still have Discord. I'll still be there. But yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame. But that's unfortunately, the reality for content creators like me who made this purely for, you know, love and deep space.
Wolf, good luck charm for Valko and survival of Mother Channel. Long for longevity, tilde.
Thank you. Thank you, Kanzi. Thank you so much for the super chat. The wolf emoji is giving me feelings. I like seeing the wolf emoji. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I will try though, guys. It's not like I'm saying I'll give up immediately. I will try. I will try. Because in the end, I still like coming back and talking to you guys. Okay, last question. If the human experimentation was an issue, do you think Caleb and MC's backstory would need to change? Kind of nervous for the story as a Caleb main. That's the thing. That's why I say they're using that situation. That's why I feel like they're reaching. But the only reason that the human experimentation became a big deal is because it was associated with the number. And the number is what's related to the historical event. Now, did the human experimentation do exactly what with what happened during the warring times, the war crimes that they did against the experimentation? No, not exactly. No. In fact, it was more gruesome. Okay, think lots of dissection, okay? I'm not gonna say too much because it does make me sick. It does make me sick to think about it. Think dissection. It hasn't really gone that side. I know in Viper's story, it does mention very gory thing. I remember feeling sick when we read Viper's story. But in that particular world underneath, they didn't really mention anything along that line. But it's just the fact that it was human experimentation and that number. That's why it got taken away. I think if the government had any issue with the mention of human experimentation, so many games would not be able to make it. Okay? So many games would not be able to make it. Human experimentation, it is horrible, yes. But it is a common, horrific detail that happens in a lot of stories. A lot. As long as it does not refer to an actual specific historical war crime, it's fine. It's fine. The problem is, though, that's one of the reasons why Infold had to take Valko away, is if they try to fight it, maybe, or refuse what the government tells them to do or provide to them, it's very possible the entire game would be under scrutiny. Because right now they were only reviewing the alleged files that they were accused of. If they had to review the entire game, then maybe they would have been in danger. But the fact that they were able to release it initially shows that they did not violate any laws. So it's still within the required censorship. It's still there. It's just unfortunately that number. It's really just that number. It's really just that number. But I get it. It is a horrible crime, but I still think they're reaching. They are reaching. They are taking advantage of how people reacted to a horrible historical moment and using it against Infold. But I think Caleb's story will be fine. So you don't have to worry. Because they already passed the quality check, right? So now we can only hope that if they do change anything, it'll probably be the numbers. It'll probably be the numbers, man. The update continues, so the government only took those files specifically. Yeah. They're still releasing the main story update, so That means it's fine. It's fine. It's really just that specific file. And also the accusation of romanticizing anti-women safety. That one. Those two. Which brings the question, should 𝓏𝓲 move in order to have the game how they want? It's easier said than done. You know? A lot to consider. I mean, you'd say miHoYo can do it because they have a very powerful backer. They have a lot of support, but 𝓏𝓲, not really. Probably not. They'll probably plan for it if they really want to. Personally, I would like them to. But whether or not they're able to is another thing. Because they would have done that maybe from the beginning, but we'll see. We'll see. They're traumatized by numbers now. Wonder if they will return another banner to be safe. Rerun another banner. I don't know if rerunning another banner is smart though. Because you know how people view the reruns, right? They just think of it as a quick cash grab. I feel like it will only reflect negatively on 𝓏𝓲. If I were them, I would not release any banners for a while. Solos maybe, the birthdays, sure. But yeah, I don't think they'll be releasing any banners. But if they are very desperate in trying to recuperate the revenue they lost, then they might. I guess they might. But it would increase player discontent, dissatisfaction, and probably piss off a lot of people, which is something they don't want. What do you think will be in tomorrow's update? Will it really be just pots and pots and pans? Pots and pans. Okay, 1 second, sorry. Because I'm gonna end the Q&A here. I feel like everyone's question is more or less the same, so I'm just gonna end it there. I think the update tomorrow is main story update with Valko as an NPC. Along with everything else. The only thing we don't have is Valko's cards, Valko's bond, Valko as a companion, and his myth. We'll be missing all those. Everything else will probably go according to plan. Have you ever gone bannerless? Have they ever gone bannerless? What do you mean? Like 1 month with no banner? I don't think so. Back then, even with only 3 LIs, they always had events. Solo, multi, and myth, and then birthday. They were quite okay. They were still complaining about banner schedule even during the first year of its release. But yeah. Why do I think he will be an NPC? Because then that means they're gonna have to retcon the entire main story that was prepared to release in a few days. Like, they said that the release... When was it? That was the 28th, right? The live stream was during the 28th. They barely had a little over a week. I don't think they'll be able to rewrite the entire main story without Valko. So I think they will release Valko as is. The story, main story as is. It's just that we won't get his companion. We'll see him in game, but we won't get to interact with him or... Well, yeah, I mean, interact with him in the story we can, right? Through main story, but we won't get a bond, we won't get a companion. He's just not an LI, he's just an NPC for the story. I think. And if that happens, I'll get really pissed. I will be really pissed. What's the point with no Valko as an LI? They already have an update announced. Imagine if there's no main story. I think that would just piss off players even more. That's the thing. The problem is the company has to follow with what they posted, right? If they don't follow with what they posted, with what they promoted, they can be sued even further. All right? They promised this release. They announced this release. So they have to release it. It's just they can't release Valko as an LI. It's really upsetting you, the idea they used him as an NPC when everything was ready and looked so amazing. I don't think 𝓏𝓲 wants that either, but unfortunately their hands are tied. Guys, we have to remember, 𝓏𝓲 was cornered to a point where they had to choose between the game possibly being gone as a whole or not releasing Valko. Of course, they're gonna have to choose the lesser evil in order to save the game as a whole. Does that mean they won't release him in the future? We don't know yet. It's very possible, like what mayra says, maybe he'll be there in the main story and we'll get him again later. Maybe a few months later. When everything dies down. It's also possible. Or any other Destiny yeah, no Destiny Cafe interactions. That's true. That is honestly really upsetting. I was looking forward to all those interactions. He was so cute in them. The little towel with his bum tail shaking. Guys, I'm getting depressed. Can we not talk about this? I don't want to remember the interactions. I'm just getting sad. God damn, I need to drink water. It's pissing me off. I'm getting sad again. Better Valko as NPC for now than no Valko at all. Yeah, basically. But what Infold is going to have to try and maintain is player sentiment. Right now, player sentiment is plummeting. Even though we are with like, yeah, Infold, we stand with you. Please release Valko. But that doesn't change the fact that their communication is shit. Doesn't change the fact their communication is absolute shit. And now, because right now the focus is on just Valko, all the other legit concerns of the game is just being swept under the rug. So when he comes back, I feel like the attention will immediately jump to, so what about all these other problems? You know? Because that's what happens with the fandom, you know? The attention span of a bumblebee, you know? We get Valko, okay, that's done. Now let's talk about the other problems. I don't know if this fandom has the capability of letting Infold breathe. I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Saucy Sim. Thanks for dropping by. Hello, hello. I'm just ranting. Ignore me. Ignore me. Did they not go back on MS Update for the moment with shelving Valko? I don't know. Again, they have to focus on following what they say they will do. They have to follow through, which is another thing. Honestly, they really put out that post and they shot themselves in the foot by saying they would no longer develop him. You think a lot of people will just stop playing if there's no Valko? I think so too. I think they will lose a lot of players. That's why I think once it's confirmed that there is no Valko, it's only downhill for this game. But that's just my opinion. You never know. I might also be like, I might also be like talking shit. You never know. Maybe tomorrow I'll be like, guys, I can't do it. I need to go back to Raphael. Silas needs me. You never know. Like, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I could be an absolute hypocrite tomorrow saying like, I can't do it. I miss them. I need to go. I need to... You never know. The emotional connection that a lot of players have with the current characters, like the existing 5, is also quite deep. But I really don't like it when people say, if you don't continue this game anymore just because Valko is not there, were you really a Raphael main? I'm like, okay, shut up. Nothing hurts me more than feeling bitterness when I see Raphael. I don't want to feel bitter when I see Raphael, okay? I'm avoiding the game because I want to keep the positive feelings I have for the current love interest. That's why. If I keep playing, then that means the characters are gonna have to conform to how the story is going, and I don't know if I'll like it. I'd rather just leave the game while I still like the characters for who they are now. Anyway, like I said, I would probably fold tomorrow. You never know. You deleted the game until Valko comes back? Yes, Storm. I support you. If Valko is just NPC, how will they make money from the update? Ah, that's a good question. How will they make money from the update? People will still be coming in. I guess, yeah, how will they earn money? I don't know. They did release the other limited banner, the other 4-star limited one. There's still people who pull for that. Like I said, if you weren't there for that event, that card, the secret times in that card is hella spicy. It's spicy. It's mala spicy, you know? It's not just latte, it's mala. Mala spicy. You've dreamt about Valko these past few days too. Aww. Honestly, I wake up thinking about Valko. I go to sleep thinking about Valko. At this point, I feel like my obsession with Valko has exceeded my original obsession with the other two, and I barely spent time with Valko. It's because of the anxiousness. Like, to all the haters out there, if you think out of sight, out of mind works in this scenario, it doesn't. I feel like Valko is currently the most love interest right now. And we only saw him for like 6 minutes total. 6 minutes! It's crazy! For giggles, you restarted your... Oh, Animal Crossing? Oh, you got an Apple Island! Oh! You got a villager named Apple. Oh, maybe I should start up my Animal Crossing. But you know, like, because during COVID, I was crazy for Animal Crossing. My obsession at the time was Genshin and Animal Crossing, those two. Oh, bye, Milo. Bye. Have a good day. But then after work started coming back, I haven't touched it. And then you know how when you go back, your island is kind of like a mess? Yeah, when I see that, I'm like, okay, I don't have the energy to fix this island. I just want to leave. I just want to leave. You've been so anxiously scrolling through social media the past week. I know! You know how, like, when you wake up, you sort of need, like, 20 minutes to jumpstart your day? And the worst thing to do is to doom scroll on Twitter. These days, I find myself doom scrolling the moment I wake up. I wake up at 6. I don't leave my bed until 7. It's not good. I spent an hour doom scrolling on Twitter. And I'm like, oh shit. Honestly. It's driving me crazy. Y'all can sleep. You feel like you've barely slept since this happened. I'm so sorry, bored random girl. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that's happening to you. I hope you do manage to get some sleep though. Remember to take care of yourself. Guys, as much as we love these characters and all our fear, our anxiety, our compassion for these characters, they're all legit. But I hope you remember to put yourself first. I know it's hard sometimes. But guys, hashtag love yourself, okay? Please take care of yourself. Don't forget to take care of yourself. If you feel like the situation is really messing with your daily routine, your own mental health, just step away from it. It'll be there when you come back. Unfortunately, it'll be there when you come back. But don't be afraid to step away. That doesn't mean you're a traitor. It doesn't mean you love them any less. Okay? We need you to be of healthy mind when you come back to fight the good fight, okay? So step away, take care of yourself, and then come back. Last week was a company shutdown. It was ruined. You doom scrolled every day. Yo, after the announcement of Valko's cancellation, the next day, I was useless at work. I was so useless. I felt like a hollow shell sitting at my desk, staring at documents, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to start typing, but... And you know what I start typing instead? I started typing by responding to, like, all these messages. I just started typing instead, responding to hate messages, to Twitter, retweeting, quote retweeting. I had to pretend I was busy. Because that's all I could think about. I was useless that day. Absolutely useless. This is so anxiety inducing for no reason. You gotta detach. Absolutely. You know what, Hollow? If you can detach, I commend you. Good job. You did well. Please teach us your ways, because detaching is so difficult sometimes, because that's the thing. We rely emotionally on this game a bit too much sometimes, I admit. But yeah, detaching is healthy. It's okay to detach. You have some sleep and you read books before you go to bed instead of doom scrolling. Hashtag love myself. That's good. I do try to read webtoon to get my mind out of the situation, and sometimes it works, but that's the problem with being so caught up in all the webtoon you read. Like, I only have one chapter to read and I have to wait another week, so it doesn't help. It doesn't help. What time is the update on Chinese servers tomorrow? Okay, so the reset time is 5 a.m. and servers officially, they say they go online at 10 a.m. But sometimes they go online faster, like 8:30 or 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Sorry. So 8:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m. Either or. But we'll see. We'll see. Officially, they said 10 a.m. But you never know. I'm trying to refresh Twitter as well. Oh, I see the post. Thank you. I'll take a look at that in a bit. Still feels numbing. Yeah, it is very numbing. I think that's it. That's what I'm feeling these days. Like, I feel a void, you know? That's why I'm doom scrolling. I'm trying to eat up everyone's reactions to fill in that void. And it really sucks. Especially, you know, guys, fan artists have crazy power. I could be on the train commuting to work, and then I see them make a comic about the Valko situation. Did you see the one with the what's her name? What's that song? In another life, I would make you stay, and I won't have to say you were the one who went on and the one that got away. What's that? Who sang that? Do you know which one I'm talking about? Someone did an animatic. Did anyone see that? That fucking made me cry. Holy shit. That made me fucking cry. I was on the train. I was on the train and then I bumped into that. And then they played that song. I forgot who sang that song. And then it was about MC reaching out to Valko, and he was like slowly disappearing like Thanos got him or something. And then I was like I was like tearing up. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I was like about to tear up. I was like, what the hell? Why you make me cry at 7:30 in the morning? No. Yeah, Katy Perry, thank you. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. I try. The one that got away, thank you. You know which one I'm talking about, right? You guys saw that? Yeah, you saw that one, right, Starfish? Yes. All of them are edited by that song. What? There's more than one? Holy shit. Holy shit. I wish I remember the nut. Is it Kisei? It's an animatic, yeah. I was breaking down in tears, but just seeing everyone drawing him. Oh, wait. Huh? Wait, which one is this? Oh, okay. No. Sorry. There was another post about another event canceling. Goddamn, that scared me. Oh, that scared me. I thought they made. Oh gosh, my blood pressure just dropped. Scared the shit out of me. Oh, and then another game posted. Okay, sure. I saw Silent Whispers just posted 2 hours ago. Is it just me, or do they look different again? I feel like they changed the way they look. Yeah, they look different. The pink-haired guy, what's his name? Sorry, I don't really know their names. I only know Theron because he was the most popular. Yeah, Silent Whispers posted 2 hours ago, and that's what's showing on my feed right now. But yeah, they look different again. And let me see. I don't see anything, sadly. There are no posts. Yep. I think, guys, we're either gonna have to wait until 12 midnight or 6 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see. Actually, have any of you logged in the game? Did they say anything? Oh, was that the event that I saw, Maya? The Taiwan one? The Taiwan event? Yeah, sorry, I was updating. The Silas guy looks different. I hate that we only know him as the Silas guy. I feel like that's a disservice to Silas. But at the same time, I need to pay attention more. That's the thing, my attention span is so short. My attention span has been getting worse these days. I feel like the older I got, my attention span has been getting shorter and shorter. I don't know. Either I'm becoming more dead inside that it's hard for me to feel anything for any game. Maybe I'm just growing more dead inside. That's what happened when you age, guys. You feel more dead as you age. No email message, nothing? Ah, okay. You're in the game right now, nothing is said in the game. Damn. There was a mail for the updated launcher, but nothing specific. Okay. Social media technology is killing all of our attention. I know! It also has something to do with, like, fast consumption. Ever since Shorts was introduced, YouTube Shorts, Reels, Instagram Reels, it is ruining our attention span so bad. And I even feel affected by it, despite being, you know, on the older side. I'm reaching the 10,000s, guys. And I'm still being affected by social media. It's really dumb. Infold normally sends you an email about events, but radio silence. Infold normally sends messages to VIP players. So I get a message online. Not online, but the app is called Line. It's a Line app. And they would tell me about the update. They would tell me it's going on. They would tell me the servers are open. And I didn't even get a message about server update or anything like that. So, but then again, I don't think they ever send them. Yeah. The last message I got from them was on the 30th of June. Okay. That's it. 27 GB of space. Yeah, my phone is not gonna survive that. It's not gonna survive that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it here. I do have work tomorrow. And, yeah, I think we've covered everything I wanted to say. But, let me just say, guys, whatever happens tomorrow, good news or bad news, I'll probably come back online. We can talk about it. You can tell me how you feel about it. Will I stream the game tomorrow? Probably not. I won't. I'll give it a day. I'll give it a day. I want to wait and see everyone's reaction first. Because I need to prepare myself. I don't want to go into the game angry. If it does end up being a Valko as an NPC moment, then I'll need a day to sort of process and prepare myself, and then I'll stream the main story. But after that, it really depends. It really depends. Yeah, I don't want to play the game being upset, so I'll need some time. But we can talk about our feelings tomorrow. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. But oh, I'm sorry, Kanzi. Don't be scared. We're all here. We're all here. We're all going through the same thing. Don't worry. We'll be fine. We'll be upset, but we'll be fine. But thank you guys. I was spiraling. Talking to you guys has helped me kind of contain myself, kind of. Yeah, this is a support group. This is a support group meeting. But anyway, hopefully, let's just pray for tomorrow, guys. I will post on my communities tab. I will check immediately what happens in the game. I mean, what happens if they made any announcement. If they made no announcement, I'll also post. But anyway, thanks, guys. Take care, everyone. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. let's all take tomorrow with a grain of salt, you know? We're all big girls and big boys, right? We can do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Good night. Thanks for coming. See ya. And don't forget, sniff your friends. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.